What's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here. Welcome back to the next episode of the Pokemon Gold Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we started traveling to Kanto on the ship here, and we found out that there was a little girl missing on the ship, and we need to find that little girl so that her grandfather will not be like terrified of his missing daughter, because he won't have a missing daughter because we found her. Anyway, Earth. Earth! Why did I do that? Ugh, I'm seasick. That's more convincing. Earth! It's exactly what I sound like when I throw up. I just lean over the trash can and I go, Earth! Just like that. Oh wow, Raichu's sprite in this game is really cool. I think that's the first time I've seen that. That's awesome. He is chunky. He is a chunky boy in this game. I feel like he wasn't that chunky in Kanto. I feel like they made him chunkier in order to compensate for how chunky they made Pikachu in Kanto. Oh wait. All my Pokemon's PP are fully healed. PP is fully healed, rather. I guess everything else about them has also been fully healed. Somewhere along the lines I must have gotten healed somehow. I don't remember going in the bed that heals me, but I guess something healed me clearly, because Stacy definitely had almost all their nightshades used up, if not all of them. I don't know what Stacy's health was looking like, but they definitely had used up all or almost all of their nightshades, so our PP has been healed, and I don't think everyone on our team was at full health, so I think our HP has been healed as well. But, yeah, Raichu is very orange looking in this game. Like, very dark orange. Like, usually they're orange looking. In this game, they're like a very dark orange. Like, almost a red orange. Almost like a red. Almost like a red. A very red orange they are in this game. I think that even, and like, yes, they are a less saturated looking orange in future games, but I don't think that that's, like, I don't think that that's what it is. I think, like, even in games where the saturation is good, like, future game sprites where, like, the saturation hasn't suffered yet because of, like, the 3D, because of, like, the series going to 3D, the, like, saturation problem hasn't occurred yet. Even before that, even, like, during that time where the saturation problem hasn't occurred yet because of the transition into 3D, it still is, like, not as red of an orange. The darker orange than, like, the less saturated Raichu that exists now, that, like, is what it looks like now. It's a less saturated orange than, like, the less saturated... It's a less saturated... Wait, what was I saying? It's a darker like, in future games, it's still a darker orange than in future 2D games. In future sprite games. In future, like, sprite-based graphic Pokemon games. It is a darker orange than, like, the not very saturated orange that occurs in 3D games now. That Raichu has. But it is still not that, like, red of an orange. That one is so like dark of an orange, it is very close to red. Which is obviously a lot darker of an orange than the, like, modern day lacking saturation Raichu. But is even like a darker orange than, even a much darker orange than Raichu in other games before it suffered that lack of saturation during the transition to 3D. So yeah, in general, that is just a very dark orange Raichu, like almost red. A very reddish orange Raichu. That's the point where I obviously made a lot of note of it. But yeah, so basically, we are now on the SS Aqua because we got on here in the last episode, and this ship is going to take us to Kanto. After looking for it for a long time in the last episode, looking around all over Olivine, I found the building that was where the ship set sail from, and then I went on the ship and I explored the floor that you enter it on, and then I went down the stairs. I found that a guy would not let me through until I found his friend. I found his friend, and he let me through, and now I'm here. I can't move anymore. Oh, that's unfortunate. Donna, the swimmer, is calling. Alex, good morning. It's me, Donna. How are you doing? Want to battle? It's not going to be a repeat of the last time we met. I'll be around Route 36. See you later. Okay, thank you, Donna. No more ships for me. Next time, I'm taking the magnet train. What's the magnet train? There's nothing in here. What do you mean there's nothing in here? He was just throwing up in here. Man was faking? That's crazy. Okay, no one else in here. Awfully big room for one person with one battle and nothing else, but I guess gotta take up the space somehow, even if it's with nothing. The ship's gotta be big. Even if it's filled with nothing, it's gotta have quite big rooms. Because it's implied that something happens in them, right? Nothing beats a battle when I'm on my break. Not even coffee? Man, what kind of worker are you? The majority of American workers would disagree with you, I'm sure. American workers, I'm sure, like their battles too when they're on break. But American workers gotta love their coffee, surely. The majority of American workers, I'm sure, can think of few things better than coffee on their break. They gotta get their coffee break in. Anyway. So, what are we gonna do against this Magby? We're gonna send in a water type. Which water type? We have two of them. Two of them, right? Yeah, two of them. Judy or Geraldine, or we send in the secret third option of Jean with Waterfall. We could. It's an option. It is something that is an option that is available to us. But, no, I think I'll just send in Judy, actually. Yo, I know I've talked a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in this series, but in the Society of Light Saga, they made Ito, like, so cool. He's just like the Shadow the Hedgehog of, he's just like the Shadow the Hedgehog of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Like, he's just over-the-top cool. When he goes to confront Sayo, and he just, like, jumps out of the helicopter, like, the Headmaster and him are just, like, flying by in a helicopter, and then over, like, the Society of Light Dorm, and then he just, like, jumps out the helicopter, just smashes through a window in the ceiling onto the floor, and lands in, like, the biggest, like, in, like, the most obviously superhero pose you've ever seen. And he's, like, he's fine. Like, he's bleeding. There's shards of glass all around him. He's, like, definitely in massive pain, but he still looks so cool. Like, it was just over the top cool. He did not need to jump out of a helicopter through a window into a building to confront Sayo. But, like, in a way, he just had to. You know, like, he just had to be that cool. He's Ito Phoenix. He had to be that cool. He is that cool. He is cool enough that he would risk his life to look cool. He would jump out of a helicopter through glass to look cool. He is that cool. He is that kind of cool. They made him so cool. I think even when he's like... Even from the very beginning, when he's first introduced, like, the way he beats, Rio, and he's just like... He's got that grin on his face that's just like, that was easy. And when he beats Judai, and he's like, and he goes, disappear! And then it's like, the whole screen turns white, and Judai's like, ah! Like, on his knee, falls to his knees on the floor. He's like, disappear. It's like, that is so over-the-top, edgy, cool. It's not necessary. He could have just, like, said, like, ha, I win. Like, some duelist you are, or something like that, but instead he goes, disappear. It's like, oh my gosh, what the heck? It shouldn't be as cool as it is. It should just be, like, cringe how cool he's trying to be, but it's over-the-top cool, and it works. Like, it's not over-the-top cool to a point where it becomes not cool, it's just over-the-top cool. Win or lose, my break's over. I guess I can't win if I don't get serious. But yeah, oh my gosh, man just could have used the front door, you know? Man did not have to jump out of a helicopter through the window, and then end up in the room, and be like, I'm here, Sayo. Where are you? But like, my gosh, did he do that? I'm so bored. Want a battle? And then just like, everything from his nonchalant reaction to his fight with Rio, where he's just like, wow, you're the great Kaiser, right? And Ryo's like, oh my gosh, I just got destroyed, like embarrassingly so. Like the way he nonchalantly defeats Ryo, his disappear line after he beats Jaden, and then like top it all off with him jumping out of a frickin' helicopter. It's like, this isn't even like cool in the Yu-Gi-Oh world anymore. This is like cool in real life. This is like, if you saw someone in real life doing that, you'd be like, first of all, they're gonna frickin' die. Second, oh, they didn't? That's crazy. That's so sick. Don't try that at home, kids. Don't try that at home. Don't try to be cool by jumping out of a helicopter. That's the kind of thing that only works in TV shows and video games. That's not something that you should do in real life. But my gosh, did it look so cool when he did it. And he just gets up. He just gets right back up and fights Sayo. He faces no consequences for jumping out of a helicopter through a glass window and falling through a glass window. Because he's too cool to face consequences. He's just that cool that the shards of glass the shards of glass that form when he crashes through the window and that he lands in just do not harm him for more than a few seconds. Then he gets back up and is like, okay, gotta fight Sayo, gotta save the world. And he does lose, mind you. Like, Jaden has to finish off Sayo, because of course Jaden does. Because he's Jaden and he's the protagonist, but like, Jaden has to fight Sayo, Jaden has to beat Sayo, but like, at the same time, Jaden didn't jump out of a helicopter through the window to end up there. He just used the door. So like, Jaden won, but we all agree Ito was cooler, right? Ito made a cooler entrance. Jaden won, but Ito was cooler on the way in. Yeah, you're too strong. Is there any other... Okay, there's no other way to go down here, so I guess I'll just continue up these stairs. Is this where the girl is? Is this where the girl's hiding? Oh, she's with the captain. I think this is the captain. That makes sense. He has a big impressive chair and a big impressive hat. Captain, play with me, please? I'm bored. I want to play more. Hi, will you play with me? Oh, Grandpa's worried about me? I have to go. I have to go find Grandpa. Okay. Grandpa, here I am. I was playing with the captain and this guy. Yep. This guy. That's me. The guy who was there for 5 seconds, but apparently she was playing with me, I guess. Alex, was it? I heard you entertain my granddaughter. Yeah, I'm also the champion of the Indigo League, but, yeah, I entertain your granddaughter. That's more important, yep. That's why you should know me. That's what you should know me for, definitely. I want to thank you for that. I know. I'd like you to have this. Metal coat. That's great, thank you. I'll probably find a use for that maybe at some point. Fast ship SS Aqua has arrived in Vermilion City. Oh, for a second I thought it said that and we were just gonna, like, leave now. We're traveling around the world. Like, I thought that it was gonna say that, and then we were just gonna be, like, teleported off the ship instantly, so we would never get to see, like, what the captain said once we talked to him, because we couldn't talk to the captain because there was this girl in the way. So I was wondering if it was just like, oh, we didn't code dialogue for the captain because we didn't need to. You can never actually talk to him. I was wondering if it was one of those situations, where it's just a character you can't interact with, so they didn't bother coding dialogue for him. But I guess it doesn't teleport us out of the ship the instant it arrives. So, even though it arrives right after we finish talking to these guys, we can still go talk to the captain and see what he has to say. It's just really annoying that it teleported us back here before we got to talk to him, so now we have to go all the way back that way, again, to talk to him. See what he has to say. Just to see what that one NPC has to say. I had lots of fun playing. Okay, good to hear. Next time, stay close to your grandpa, though. Don't let him lose you. That's worrying for him. But, another thing that was really cool about the Society of Light Saga was when Flare Neos was introduced, and he just, like, caught the blade. Like, because, whoever, I think it was Dogma, that that Ito had out on the battlefield, and Dogma had like a spinning blade with him, and it was like spinning like a helicopter towards Flareneos, and it's like, oh, Flareneos has less attack points, so Flareneos is just gonna die, and then Flareneos just like grabs the spinning blade, and then it's like, and then Ito's like, what's happening? What's going on? And then Judai's like, well, because of the amount of elemental heroes because of the amount of what is it? Neospacians? Is it Neospacians or elemental heroes? I think it's Neospacians. Well, because of the amount of Neospacians in my graveyard, Flareneos' attack points go up to this amount, which is more than your Dogma with his rotating blade. And then it's like, wait, what? And then Flareneos just like destroys the blade. Like, he just presses down on it and it just cracks, and then it just breaks into pieces. Like, oh my gosh, he just shatters the blade. He catches it, then he brings down his fingers on it, just like applies pressure and just breaks it. Like, it just snaps into pieces, and it's just like, oh my gosh. Catching a blade is already cool. But he catches the blade, and then Jaden explains why it happens. The music hits, the music drops, and then it just smashes into pieces. It just snaps in pieces. It's so good. It's so good the way it's done, and it is so sick. Such a sick way to introduce the new Neospacian fusion. Anyway, then back to Pokemon. Woo! Thanks for coming along. Keeping that little girl amused was exhausting. I'm sure it was. Anyway, so now we get to leave the ship. We should be in Kanto now, because it said the ship has arrived, unless... I think it said it arrived in Kanto, but I don't know for sure, so maybe it arrived somewhere else, and then we have to, like, go there from Kanto. But that seems like a lot of work just to get to the post-game, so I feel like, just to get to the properly get to the post-game, so I feel like we're just gonna be in Kanto. Fast ship SS Aqua has arrived in Vermilion City. Oh yeah, we are in Vermilion City. Okay, that is in Kanto, so we are now in Kanto. That's great. We're in Vermilion. That's the one by the shore, right? That's the one with, like, the harbor? Sorry, you can't board now. Is there a harbor? This is the one with, like, the gym that is, like, right next to the ocean, right? Like, with the tree blocking it that you have to cut down. I think it's that one, right? Vermilion City? The one with Lieutenant Surge at it? And this is the city with... Oh, this is the city with Lieutenant Surge? Lieutenant Surge? You came from Johto? I hear many rare Pokemon live over there. Well, they're only rare here. I mean, maybe there are rare Pokemon that are rare in Johto too, but like, all Pokemon that are native to Johto are rare from your perspective because you're in Kanto. It doesn't matter how rare they are in Johto. From your perspective, they're rare no matter their how rare they are in Johto because you're in Kanto. If you think about it. So you don't have them here. The fast ship sails on Wednesdays and Sundays. Every week. Okay. That's interesting. I'm guessing that aligns with some game mechanic of, like, you can only do certain things on certain days of the week in this game, because there's, like, an internal clock or something that keeps track of the days. But, like, I don't know how that affects me in an emulated version of the game. Vermilion Port entrance. Okay. Cool. And there's a Snorlax over there. Skilled trainers gather in Kanto. Gym leaders are especially strong. They won't be easy to defeat. I'll see about that. Where is the gym leader? Can I challenge the first gym leader right now? Well, here's the gym. Once again, blocked by a tree with cut. Once again, blocked by a tree that can be cut down with cut. This tree can be cut. Want to use cut? Not just yet. Let me just check out the town real quick first. There are 8 gyms in Kanto. That big building is Vermilion's Pokemon Gym. I know what a gym looks like, man. I'm the champion of the... What league? Indigo League? Indigo League. I'm the champion of the Indigo League. It's so hard with Johto and Kanto because they, like, share a Pokemon League, so you can't just say, I'm the champion of the Johto Pokemon League. I'm the champion of Johto. You can't just say, like, I'm the champion of Johto. Because that's not accurate. Like, Johto doesn't have its own Pokemon League. It's shared with Kanto, so you gotta say, I'm the champion of the Indigo League, because they have the same Pokemon League. I guess the same applies with Kanto in, like, Pokemon Red and Blue, but you don't know it yet. You don't know that there's, like, another region that also shares the same league. So in Kanto, you just say, like, oh, I'm the champion of the Kanto League. I'm the champion of Kanto, rather. But in reality, the proper thing to say would be I'm the champion of the Indigo League. When you win when you beat the game in Pokemon Red and Blue, and not I'm the champion of the I'm the champion of Kanto, because the champion of Kanto and Johto are shared. So it's not the champion of Kanto alone. It's the champion of the Indigo League, even though you don't know it. At that point in the series, yet you don't know it in that game, because that hasn't been established yet. But later on, it does become known as the Indigo League, the Kanto League, because it's also the Johto League. Kanto League and Johto League are actually the same league, so then it's the Indigo League, is the combined name for them. Which is established in this game, and then obviously in the anime, it's just called the Indigo League from the beginning. It's never called the Kanto League, because it's already been established in Pokemon Gold and Silver, and the anime actually, the season 1 of the anime, the one that occurs in Kanto is was created after the Johto games were, so it's already known as the Indigo League in the Kanto season of the anime. Meanwhile, in the Kanto games, it's not known as the Indigo League yet, because that gets established in the Johto games. It's confusing, but hopefully you followed what I just said. Vermilion Port is Kanto's seaside getaway. Unless I'm just wrong. Maybe in the Kanto games it also is called the Indigo League, but I don't think it is. Luxury liners from around the world dock here. Or maybe it is. Because Pokemon Red and Blue do have that whole, like, color palette thing going on. It could be the way I said it with, like, the anime, and it being introduced that it's the Indigo League in Pokemon Gold and Silver, and then the anime being made after Pokemon Gold and Silver, so it following that, like, Indigo League designation. Or it could be just that it was introduced in Kanto, and I just don't remember. It was introduced in the Kanto games, Pokemon Red and Blue, and I just don't remember. But it was the Indigo League in those games too, originally. And it was originally the Indigo League in those, it was originally introduced in the Indigo League in those. That could be the case as well. And I just don't remember. My Pokemon is preparing the land for construction, but I have no money to start the project. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hey there, friend. Are you a Machoke or a Machop? I was gonna say a Machoke or a Machamp, and then I read Machop, so I said Machop, but just know, I wasn't going to guess right on either one. On either guess. Go! Okay, man, I'll leave. Oh, Machop is growling while stomping with the ground flat. Okay, it's a big-looking Machop. My gosh. Of course, like, all Pokemon sprites are, like, the same size in this game, so no wonder I thought it was, like, a Machoke or a Machamp. At least I got the right evolution line, but I didn't think it was just a Machop because it looked so big, but I guess all Pokemon sprites look the same size, so... Well, because they are the same size, so... yeah. It's hard to tell whether it's a Machop or a Machoke or a Machamp. You can just tell that it's in that evolution line, but because the size isn't apparent, and because of the lack of detail allowed by the primitive sprites, it's definitely hard to tell. The combination of the lack of size differentiation and the lack of detail in the sprites that is not allowed by the primitive technology makes it very hard to tell just what Pokemon in the evolution line it is. But you can at least tell, like, the general ballpark of what that Pokemon is, so you can usually tell what the evolution line is, at least. Over many years, Diglett dug a large tunnel. That tunnel goes to a distant town. Okay, that's cool. So I guess we'll go to that town soon. I think that's how we get our next badge, actually, after this one. What's in this building right here? A guy. I am the fishing guru, the elder of the fishing bros. Do you happen to know Fisherman Wilton? He fishes on Route 44. He came through with an amazing tip on the phone. Thanks to him, I caught a whole lot of a rare Pokemon. What a day it was. Daniel the manager is calling. Alex, good morning. It's me, Daniel. How are you doing? How are your Pokemon doing? Well, okay, so I'm doing alright. My Pokemon are also doing alright. Thank you for asking. My Primeape's really energetic. It's a handful. Oh, yeah, I managed to beat a tough Clefable. Do those exist? I need to make my party stronger. See you later. Wait, but if you manage to beat a tough Clefable, why do you need to make your party stronger? You beat something tough already. Well, I guess, as I said, does a tough Clefable really even exist? Tough for a Clefable is, not that tough in general, I think. So, yeah, you might need to make your team stronger. But, hey, celebrate the little victories. You beat the tough Clefable. Even if it's just a Clefable, it was still a tough Clefable, so celebrate that. You can make your team stronger later. Right now, you just celebrate the little victories. You beat the tough Clefable. Good job, friend. Anyway, your Pokemon are fully healed. Great. Thank you so much, Nurse Joy. A pleasure to work with you as always. Oh, you have some badges I've never seen before. Oh, I get it. You got them in Johto. Yep, that's true. Smart girl. The fast ship is a great place to meet and battle trainers. Yeah, well, it's a great place to meet and battle trainers if you want them all to call you their son, but I was not a big fan of that, so I'd rather go fight and meet and battle trainers somewhere else, actually. A sleeping Pokemon is lying in front of Diglett's cave. It's a fantastic opportunity to get it, but how do you wake it up? Pokeflute? Sounds like Pokeflute to me. Pokeflute. I think I said Pokefloat by accident. It sounded like Pokefloat. I meant Pokeflute. Vermilion City. The port of exquisite sunsets. Alright. Here's the mart. I can get some more potions before I challenge the gym. I'm thinking about going shopping in Saffron. Okay. I didn't ask, but, you know what? That's rude. That's rude. Let me... Team Rocket is no longer in Kanto. I mean, I didn't ask, but thanks for the information anyway, I guess? I mean, it doesn't concern me, but thanks for sharing. That alone makes me happy. Okay. What do I need? I don't think I need anything, actually, really, right now. Especially not something here they can offer me here. I could use some max potions, but they don't offer max potions here. I think I'm good on hyper potions. I think I have more than 10. Yeah, that is more than 10. Is someone calling that is, like, important? Oh, yeah. Hold on, guys, just one second. I gotta take a call. Okay, guys, I am back, and I have, in fact, enough type potions. I have 37, I believe is what I just saw. 37 in the bag? Yeah, 37. That is far more than 10, which is normally what I go into gyms with. So, yeah, I think that's all the buildings in this town explored, unless I missed this one. I missed this one. Do you know about the magnet train? No, I actually just asked about it earlier today. It's a railway that goes to Goldenrod in Johto. Oh, that's interesting. I want to go to Saffron to see the magnet train. Okay. Good luck with that. What's in here? It's a Pokemon fan club? It's a Clefairy. Huh? Oh, right. It's a Clefairy Pokédoll. Oh, okay. Fake. What's this guy gotta say? I love the way Clefairy waggles its finger when it's trying to use metronome. It's so adorable. I'm the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. I've raised over 150 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. Did you visit just to hear about my Pokemon? Yep, sure did. Definitely not because I want to hear everyone's dialogue. Nope, just for you. Good, then listen up. So, my favorite Rapidash. It cute, lovely, smart, unbearably, plus, amazing. Oh, you think so? Too much, wild, beautiful, kindly, love it! Hug it when sleeping warm and cuddly, oh, and spectacular. Ravishing, simply divine. Oops, look at the time. I've kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. Receive rare candy, thank you. Doesn't he give you, like, something much more important in Kanto? Doesn't he give you, like, a bike voucher, or, like... I think it's bike voucher, right? That's what you get from him in Kanto. In this game, it's just a rare candy. That's... eh. I have a few of those. I mean, it's helpful for sure, but... not as helpful as a one-time use item. Not as helpful as a key item, you know? It is a rare one-time use item. Not as helpful as a key item, I mean. It's a rare candy that makes Pokemon stronger. I prefer making my Pokemon stronger by battling, so you can have it. You're not as helpful as something that gets you an entirely new means of moving around the game. Our chairman is very vocal when it comes to Pokemon. Like, comparably to a bike voucher, which allows you to unlock a new means of movement around the game, him giving you a rare candy in this game is... eh. Comparably, it seems quite lackluster. Let's all listen politely to other trainers. If someone brags, brag right back. That is not good advice. We should all be modest and not brag. Bragging is not nice. Looking at my darling Bayleaf. The leaf on its head is so cute. Oh, you get a Bayleaf in Kanto? That's crazy. Did you come from Johto, or did you, like... I don't know, did a friend from Johto give it to you? Or, like, how'd you get your hands on this thing? Leaf! Okay. Thank you, Bayleaf. I know I say it every time I talk to a Pokemon in this game, but insightful commentary from Bayleaf right there. So I think that is all the buildings in this town explored. I went to this one, and this one, and this one. That's the Mart, of course. I've mentioned that one. I went to this one, right? This is one I went to. Yes. I talked to you, right? For many years. Yeah, Diglett. The guy with the Diglets. The guy talking about the Diglets. Got it, yeah. Guy talking about the Diglets who built the tunnel by digging through it. Yeah. I talked to that guy. Can I go over there? Let me just check if I can go over there yet. I went in that, so I went in this mart, I went in that house, I went in this house, that house, I went up here. Those houses aren't enterable, or maybe they're not even houses, maybe they're just buildings of some other sort. I talked to this guy, I talked to his shop, I read that sign, went to this Pokemon Center, went into this building, right? Yeah, I went to this building. That's at the very least. So that's at the very least all the buildings explored in this town. Did I talk to this woman? Vermilion Port is Kanto's seaside getaway. Luxury liners from around the world dock here. Okay, cool. Did I talk to you? There are 8 gyms in Kanto. That big building is Vermilion's Pokemon gym. Oh yeah, I read that already. So I talked to you. I talked to that girl. And then I think just over here, right? There's that one guy that I need to talk to over here. Is he gonna, like, is he like a, I'm stopping you NPC? No, he's not. Okay. Skilled trainers gather in Kanto. Gym leaders are especially strong. Oh, no, wait, I did talk to this guy. They won't be easy to defeat. Maybe? Oh, no, that dialogue sounds familiar. Snorlax is snoring peacefully. Okay, so I can't get past the Snorlax. Not yet. I wasn't sure if I, like, had a Pokeflute yet or no. I can't think of a time when I got a Pokeflute in that game. Nope. I can't think of a time that I got a Pokeflute in this game, but I have a bad memory, as we've established in past videos. So, yeah, I could have, and I just didn't recall. But no, I did not. In fact, I have a Pokeflute already. So, let me just read the sign. Vermilion City Pokemon Gym. Leader, Lieutenant Surge. The Lightning American. Okay. So now, who am I putting in front for Lieutenant Surge? Let's put Jean in front. No. Jean's shaking their head. I agree, Jean. Let's put Geraldine in front. Geraldine could use some XP. Who is at level 49? Juan absolutely is, of course. And Stacy is as well. So everyone needs to go up a level besides Stacy. Stacy can chill on that level for a while. But right now, everyone else needs to go up a level. Anyway, so I'm going to end off the episode here. Y'all can see me beat the gym in the next episode, or fail to beat the gym in the next episode. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully I do beat the gym. But I guess whether I beat it or not, you're going to have to find out by watching the next episode. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. This is Alex Ifion, signing off.